Welcome back to my channel, Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. This is Friday Sews. Hello, I hope everyone's well and had a good week, and I appreciate you stopping by my channel. Just want to say thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting this hashtag and the generosity she showed in letting us join in. It's a great way to find people to watch, to hear some sewing chats, and who doesn't love that? And just kind of talk a little bit about plans and what we've already sewn and our sewing room, and then a little bit maybe about life if anything's going on. I have been doing some sewing this week. I've not done much garment sewing. I had a girl that wanted me to make a NCW, a necessary clutch wallet, and that is a pattern by Emmeline Bags. And I used to make these a lot in, I don't know, probably 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago. And I had a girl that wanted another one, and she had picked up this beautiful fabric at Hobby Lobby. And I'll turn it around so you can see the back side. So I have the flap and the body of the wallet put together. And I'm just now starting to make it'll have the zipper pocket on the inside, and it'll have, I believe it has 12 card slots, and they are right here. I've got them ready to top stitch and finish up. If you can see, hole 6 on each side. There'll be a seam down the center, and then there'll be 3 card slots on each side. And she had needed a key. I call them a key fob. I'm not sure if that's what they're called or if it's just like a keychain, a wristlet. But I have that. I just need to put the rivet in there. And then I'm going to make one out of the pink too. But I've got to change the color of my thread in my jack to white before I can finish that one up. So that, hopefully I'll get that done at least tomorrow, I'm hoping. I have 2 other wallets started, and this is all just cotton, but I have used a heavier interfacing for them, and then I used the Peltex in the flap, so it kind of is a little sturdier. But isn't that just so pretty? And I thought I would try to find some solid green maybe to do the inside pockets in green. I think that would coordinate real well with this one. And I have one other one, and it's made out of an African wax fabric, and it was gifted to me a couple years ago. There wasn't a lot of it, so I didn't have enough to make like a garment or anything, but I just thought how pretty that would be on the front flap of a wallet. And it's got some gold. I don't know how well that shows up. These probably show up better. And I thought if I could find a piece of gold cotton for the card slots and the zipper pocket on the inside, I thought that would look really pretty. So that's what I've been working on that. And I had shown you, I believe last Friday, that I was working on some more little keychain, wristlets, whatever. And I had to do the rivets in them still. And I got the rivets put in those, if you can see those. So they're real sturdy. I think that one might be my favorite, the gingham. So I've made 7 altogether of those. So kept me busy anyway, even if I didn't get anything else done. So I've got a couple of projects that I'm hoping to get done. They're knit. Both of them are knit projects, so I don't think they'll take terribly long. I want to make a laundry day tee, and I'd probably make the ones with the short sleeves and the scoop neck. I might make the V-neck, but probably the scoop neck for the first one. And I have a couple pieces of fabric, and I'm not sure which one to choose. This is one this is my favorite. This is the one that I want to use, but it is a little bit thinner, a little lighter weight than the other one. So it's this really pretty light blue with a white marl in it, and then the darker polka dots. And I think it's a cotton jersey, but I think it might have some spandex. It's got pretty good stretch and seems to recover, but it's mostly two-way stretch. But if I don't have enough of that, or if I'm scared that it'll be too lightweight, I have one other one to choose from. And it is another cotton knit, and this one did come from Joann fabric. And it is this purple with lavender butterflies, and it's got a little bit of, you might can see it right there, a little bit, kind of a shine, a little bit of a metallic-y finish to it, to the butterflies. And the reason I haven't already used this for something, I was kind of afraid after I got it that it was a little juvenile for me. Maybe it was too young for me. But then I decided, what does it matter? I love it, and it's pretty, and I know it's heavy enough. It has four-way stretch. It's got more side to side, but it's got some four-way stretch. And it says, Doodles, exclusively for Joann designs. So I may make it out of that because I feel like that's a little more sturdy and a little bit heavier. And for a dress, I don't like clingy. So I may make it out of this one. But a laundry day tee. And the other knit project that I would like to get done is a Forte dress or top. And I probably would make, if I make the dress, it'll be that version there. If I make the top, I'm not sure. I might make version A, but I think I might make version D of the Forte. I had seen a lady on the Love Notions Facebook page. She had made this Forte dress, and I'm not sure if she made version B or version D. The only difference that I see in them really is it looks like maybe a high-low hem on version B, and version D looks like it might have some gathering right here. I'm not sure. Right there at the waist, and I don't think version B does. So I'm not sure, but one of the Forte dresses. And I had another cotton knit picked out for that. So this cotton knit, it's a little bit lighter weight. It's not as lightweight, I don't think, as that polka dot, but it's got some four-way stretch, pretty good side to side. But it's just such a pretty little print. It's a ditzy print, and I'm sure I have enough of it. And I'm sure this one probably came from, I think this one came from Fabric Mart Fabrics. That's where most of my fabric comes from, but now the purple with the butterflies, that did come from Joann. And a couple things that have been going on this week. My sewing buddy came by today, and we spent an afternoon together and had I had a great time. I hope she did too. She did all the work. She worked on my pants pattern. We tried it back on and marked the waistband where that needs to go, and then got it all taken apart so I can use that pair of pants for my pattern. And I'm going to use the elastic with the cord in it, the corded elastic, for this first pair. I've been watching a tutorial from Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles, and she says that this is the easiest way to do a zip fly of any way she's found, and she's very good and detailed in her instructions. So I've been watching that, and instead of having to assemble a separate fly placket, she shows how to just draw that onto your pattern and on the center front and add that on, and she makes it look doable. Now, whether or not I can do it is another question, but this first pair that we've been working on, I'm just going to do it with the elastic and make sure I like the way everything fits and the way it sits. And, you know, when you start wearing them and sitting down and standing up and moving around and bending over and all that, I want to make sure that everything is the way that I need it to be. And I think it will be, because I really like these, and they fit really well, and they will have elastic. And the last thing I've been doing this week, I have moved my sewing room around again. Surprise, surprise. I've only shown you a tour of my sewing room one time, but since I've had this room, I've probably moved it around. If I've not moved it around 20 times, I've not moved it around once. So every time I say, this is perfect, this is how I'm going to leave it, my husband just kind of rolls his eyes, because I always decide a week later that something's not perfect, something could be better. So I have moved it around, and I do have a little more floor space just to move around. I've brought a mirror in, and now I can actually see how things look a little bit easier. I just had the little door mirror on the opposite side of the door, and it's hard to see everything, like turn around or take a picture of it or whatever. So I've got a different mirror I brought in, and I painted it to match this cabinet back here. So, the wood frame. I didn't paint the mirror. but knowing me, it's a miracle that I didn't. So yeah, but I didn't get much paint on anything except the frame. So I'll show you all that one day when I get everything cleaned up, and I'm still going through patterns and trying to decide which ones I can live without and which ones I can't. But I want to get a little bit of sewing done, because I'm kind of tired of working. I've moved around and changed around and painted, and we've worked on this pattern. So now I'm ready to sew a couple things, and I thought these knit projects wouldn't take too long, hopefully, and maybe I could have something to actually show you that I've made. I've got another Rhapsody cut out, but I've not started sewing it together yet. Still want to make another Harmony. And I figure I can wear these even in the winter, because I layer up things. I wear cardigans, or you know, you could even wear like a long sleeve thermal shirt or something under them if you wanted to. But I probably wouldn't this one. I think this one has drawn up just a little bit. I always pre-wash and dry my fabric, but this is the lightweight, like a cotton lawn or cotton voile, but it feels like it's drawn up just a little bit when I washed it and dried it again. So I'm going to have to be real careful about that and make sure that my sewing buddy actually said that she usually pre-washes her rayon chalets maybe twice before she cuts them out and makes them up, because it's bad to keep shrinking a little bit. So that was good information. But I don't have a whole lot else going on. That's about it. But I have been down here a whole lot this week, and I just wanted to say hi, and I wanted to say thank you to everybody that has been commenting and watching my videos, and I just really appreciate that. And I get a lot of good tips and suggestions in the comments, and I feel like I've just got a whole bunch of friends to talk to. So I'm very grateful for that, and I appreciate all your kindness. But I hope that everybody is having an opportunity to sew if you want to, and I hope that hope your thread doesn't break and your needles don't dull. And I did drop my scissors the other day, and the handle of them hit my toe. I had my house shoes on as usual in my pajamas, and I dropped them, and thankfully the point didn't hit me, but the handle did, and it hurt my toe. But it's nothing bad. It didn't break the skin. It just made me holler. So I'm such a klutz. I don't know. I guess the older I get, the worse I get. So I'm doomed is all I know. But thanks again so much for watching, and I'm going to shut up and let you go watch some other people. But I hope you have a great weekend, and remember, don't ever quit sewing. Don't ever give up. Things may not go right all the time, but keep on trying, and we'll get there in the end. See you next time. Bye.